Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction for Manchester United 1, Everton 1. You've got to feel disappointed, haven't you? I thought we'd done enough to see it out. You know, we defended absolutely brilliantly all night. We rode our luck at times. You know, they hit the crossbar and the post, and Joel played really well tonight. And just when you think you've done enough, they go and get a penalty, don't they, right at the end. You know what? It was a penalty. Can't really say much more than that. But it's so frustrating when you've got through 93 minutes, 40 seconds or whatever it was of defending for your lives, and then you give a penalty away. We got the team spot on. Hey. And it worked quite well. I thought we were a threat. Kevin Morales was excellent. You know, I've been critical of him at times, particularly away from home, because he's too far away and he's in and out of the games. He was excellent for us tonight. In the first half, I thought we'd done well. They got in a couple of times, but Ashley Williams was fantastic. Him and Holgate were brilliant. Jags, the whole defence was fantastic. You know, let's be honest about it. We got bodies in. We didn't stop enough crosses in the second half, but the first half, it worked quite well. We carried the threat on the break, and we get a goal from a lovely little ball by Gareth Barry. Kevin Morales makes a great little run, takes a touch, fires a shot in. De Gea makes the save. We get a corner. And for the second game in a row, we score from a set piece indirectly. The ball's in. Ashley Williams flicks it on, and Jagielka, brilliant bit of improvisation to hook the ball past De Gea and give us the lead. Although if you look at the replay, Gareth Barry, it was as if like we score at Old Trafford all the time. He just went, oh yeah, well in Ashley, we're winning. And we're ahead, you know, and then we started popping it off, and we were controlling the game. We dictated the game. Ross Barkley, excellent in possession, carrying us forward as a team. Garner was everywhere. It was just a really good performance. What we done well, we got our shape back when we needed to be behind the ball. Everyone shifted across. Lukaku was pressing from the front, and it was going quite well. Yes, they had chances. Joe Robles makes a couple of brilliant saves. One from a free kick from Blind, the other one from Herrera, which he pushes wide. And, you know, United had a couple of moments where they flashed balls across the box, but we had counter-attacks, particularly in the first half, where the final ball just wasn't good enough, and we'd have been in a couple of times. Got in at half-time, going well, you know, winning 1-0. Come out for the second half, we had to be strong, and we were. You know, we got through tricky periods right at the start of the second half. We had opportunities ourselves, you know, breaking. We had, again, we're getting in, we're breaking on them really quickly. Morales was sharp, you know, him and Lukaku looked like he had the beating of Rocco. And just a couple of times we'd get into those dangerous areas and the pass would be wrong. You know, and we'd done it with Morales and Lukaku, we'd done it with Barkley and Lukaku, Calvert-Lewin and Lukaku. It went through, you know, and the opportunities are there, and you're just thinking, you've got to kill this game off. You know, they were always going to come back strongly. They were always, I mean, the biggest thing you can say is that they resorted to knocking long balls into the penalty area and getting headers in, and he done that really well. Ibrahimovic, who I thought was fantastic tonight, hold-up play was majestic. He was a threat all night, you know. Fellaini was strong, we know Fellaini's strengths. I've got a couple of issues to take with Ronald Koeman with the substitutions. I thought the Pennington one for Morales, I kind of understood why he wanted Pennington in it, but to me at that moment, it didn't need that. That's not what it needed. Morales was carrying a threat. We were looking as likely to make it 2-0 as they were to equalise when Morales was on the pitch, and he put him on. Okay, they put Luke Shaw on, and he went for the width, and Mkhitaryan, say that wrong, Mkhitaryan on, and he was trying to stretch us, so we understand he wanted 3 centre-backs in, but it kind of took Holgate out of what he was doing well as well, and I thought it caused us a few problems rather than solving it. And it wasn't down to Pennington, because the lad didn't put a foot wrong when he come on, really. He just let the first few minutes, he let Fellaini run off, and he's got to get that out of his game. But we took the attacking threat away. To me, it was a strange sub, but we kind of rode that out, and we were defending solidly enough, and like I say, we broke a couple of times, but what we needed in those last 20 minutes was we needed more from Lukaku. And you could see Jags and Ashley Williams were getting frustrated with him, because for the last 30 minutes of that game, everything went from Rom. He had one great run where he might have even played Rossen, but he went alone, had a shot and it got blocked. Other than that, he was weak, his touch was poor, and Ashley Williams was fuming with him, telling him to keep it. We were clearing our lines, and it was up to him. He's got to keep it. And I know it's not his natural game. So if it's not your natural game, spin and run after it then, and just get us up the pitch. But his touch was sloppy, he was losing possession, and it was causing, it looked like a little bit of a, they were having a go at each other. And then when we come back to defend the corner, Williams was put, you could see them yapping at each other. Now, I've got no issue with players having a pop at each other because you want to win the game, but we need a bit more, you know. The other substitution that made, it was the right decision, I think, to take Ross off. He was tired, and I know he wasn't happy coming off, but he'd done 80 minutes, he was running up and down. But Calvert-Lewin thing, to me, that was the wrong decision as well. Why not put Valencia on there? You know what I mean? Just put Valencia on and say, get on. I'll just run around, because I think Calvert-Lewin come on, and I like him. I think he's a good player. I think he carries a threat, but I think he's a centre forward, and he was asked to play in Ross Barkley's role. He's not, you know, we've seen it a couple of times. We break and we've been in good positions, and one time he just carried the ball. And he didn't realise we were 1-0 up at Old Trafford, and they're trying to get the equaliser, because 3 of them just took the ball off him while he was looking for a pass. He gave another free kick away. When we got into those danger areas, his pass selection was wrong. I just think Valencia would have offered more. It was the substitutions were a bit of a mad one, but we looked like we'd done enough, you know, and we give that goal away right at the death. I mean, the Ibrahimovic goal that got disallowed, you can make a case for it being onside. It was a tough one. You look at it, I mean, I think the rule is crap anyway, because there should be daylight between you. If your leg is offside, that to me is rubbish. But the laws of the game say that. But even looking at it 5, 6, 7 times on a replay, you don't know it. It's borderline. It's borderline. So we got away with that one, you can say. Unfortunately, we didn't get away with it when we needed it. And it was the 93rd, 94th minute. Knocker ball gets hoisted into the box again. We get headers in. Jags heads it. It's probably all he could do, win the header, but it's central. Luke Shaw, he was bound to play some involvement because Marino ripped them all. It's a right-footed shot into the floor. Could have gone anywhere. It goes on target. And Ashley Williams, I understand he's got his positioning all wrong, but it hits him on the hand. It's a penalty, it hits him on the hand, but you just think it's Yoles behind him, you know. And I suppose on another day we'd have been a bit fortunate to have hit him on the head and gone wide, and we'd have got away with it. But it's Everton, and we don't really get that, do we? You know, we normally, if we can get kicked in the teeth, we do. But it was a penalty. I don't agree with the red card. I know he's got to send them off, but it's pathetic. Double jeopardy. Is it double jeopardy? It's double punishment. It's double punishment because it's a penalty. So why has he got to be sent off? If Ibrahimovic is or Rashford's running through and he jumps 2-footed in from behind and takes him out, red card him all day long, puts his hand out, it's a penalty. Got a free shot from 12 yards, the last kick of the game. So, bollocks rule, but there you go. Because they took the goalie dragging you down, red card away. So why is that it's just pathetic rules. But, you know, and I was thinking, maybe we've rode our luck, you know, Pogba's hit the bar, they've hit the post. Maybe it's our night, and maybe Zlatan will choose now to miss a penalty, but he was cool as ice, wasn't he? Stepped up and slotted it into the net. So a 1-1 draw, it's not a bad result. You know, it's gut-wrenching because it's the last kick of the game they've equalised in, but we move on. You know, disappointed. We'd have been 5th if we'd have won the game. West Brom lost, and people might go, yeah, we need to be looking up, and we do, but, you know, we've also got to protect that Europa League spot. They lost, and we've got an extra point, so we've got something there, haven't we? Go on now to Sunday, is that it's going to be Matthew Pennington against Jamie Vardy, and that worries me a little bit because Jackson Pennington aren't the quickest, and Vardy, not only is he quick, but he's scoring goals again. So that's going to be a key area at the weekend. But hopefully Schneiderlin is going to be back in the squad, so that's a big plus. And there you go. You know, it shows us. Does it show progress? I don't know, but I'm a bit disappointed tonight that we've only taken 1 point from Old Trafford. I fancied us strongly to win tonight, and we almost done it. We come within a penalty in the last minute of doing so. So, you know, much improved performance after that debacle at Anfield at the weekend. If only we'd have played like that at Anfield, we might have only lost 2-1. Now, if only we'd have played with that bravery, who knows? But anyway, there you go. That's my instant match reaction. Check Ped's instant match reaction. Look out for the ratings video, and me and Ped will be back in the studio tomorrow doing the final word. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon on Toffee TV.